Guys, what feels like about a million years waiting, finally, I've got an MN 999. So this is a 1/10 scale from MN models. I don't know whether they've done a 1/10 scale before. I've had mixed feelings about MN since they first came out. The 99S or the 99A or whatever, I rated as one of the best small scale, I think they're 1/16 scale, small scale crawlers you could get at the time. But I've also had some absolute rubbish from them. Off the top of my head, the MN45 was a bit crap, the MN40 was a bit crap, the MN88 was super crap. But then they really surprised me with the MN86, which was really good. You could get ready to run, you could get kit form, 2 different kit forms. This is the stock kit form one, and then this is like the Brabus one, and I've put some alloy wheels on it. Have I got oil shocks? Yeah, I've put some oil shocks on there and stuff like that. These things are awesome, and I was massively impressed with it. And then they brought out the MN88 like S, a revised one, and my love for them went crashing back down to earth. Anyway, this is a 1/10 scale. I've seen a couple of videos of it, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure. I am not sure what to expect from this. From what I've seen, it looks a bit cheap. It's quite expensive. But with everything, I like to make my own mind up rather than being swayed by other people's views. Right then, here it is. I think they're oil shocks. They're just, they're probably gonna need some oil in them. I get a lot of stuff that doesn't have oil or not enough oil in it, so we'll have a look at them before we take it out. 1500 milliamp hour, 2-cell lithium ion. Probably for a 1/10 scale, poor effort there, MN. Get some hubcaps for your wheels, USB charger, Allen key. Allen! And then whatever that is in there. I'd have a look on the instructions, but I didn't get any. And this is the transmitter. I don't know what that is there. What is that? What is that? This has got a thumb steer on it, look. That's a good little feature. Some of the higher end stuff I've got on, but that's the first. The controller, it's a bit cheap and nasty looking. 4-channel, so you've got 4th channel there, 3rd channel there, obviously channel 1 and 2, steering rate, steering trim. Can't see any throttle trim on there. And yeah, this is the truck. Now, to my trained eye, I mean, I'm not all that familiar on Land Rover Defenders, but that doesn't quite look right. I think, I had a quick look at some pictures, they've put these arches too far back, so there should be less gap there and a bit of a gap there. And I'm not sure about the rear, but it just doesn't look right. Pretty sure it's meant to be a 90. It doesn't look long enough for a 1/10. The wheelbase is closer to 1/10, so 11 inches, just under 11 inches, 1/10 scale. The 1/10 is, well, by the name, about 110 inches wheelbase. So wheelbase a bit long, body not quite right. What do you Land Rover experts think? Is that window a bit too small as well? So not all that great for scale looks. I like the magnetic bonnet on it. It's held down by magnets. The doors do open. The interior looks good. That steering wheel looks good. We're going to be able to get a driver in there maybe. No spare wheel for the back. Bit of space there in the back there. I like that all the doors and stuff open. It's a hard body. Got Proline Hyrax copies on there. What are these called? Rock Tire. Super Swamper. No, they're not Super Swampers. They are Hyrax. I think the body's just held on with these little like wing nuts under here. So just under there. So let's get the body off and have a look. So then underneath, first thing I see that I don't think is great, an open ESC. That is very cheap looking. Something that costs, this is £187, over $200. I'd expect to see at least a rebranded hobby wing or something. Not an open circuit board. Has got a standard size 3-wire servo though, steering servo, that is good. 540 motor there. I'm presuming that box there is for your receiver if it had separate electronics, but it looks like it's all combined into that ESC. So not only is it an open circuit board, it's also like a 2-in-1 ESC and a receiver. Now on the website it says 3-stage electronically controlled gearbox. So 4-wheel drive, metal drive shafts, that's good. The shocks, bit of a random colour, and I'm going to take one of them off in a minute to check the oil level. I was going to say they look a little bit thin and weedy. The size of the shock doesn't really matter too much. It's what you do with it that counts. Like I've mentioned, Hyrax style tread on there. They don't feel all that soft, but they're not bad. I think they're plastic beadlock wheels. You can see all the lighting system in there. Looks like you've got front lights, indicators, some rear lights. We'll check them out when the battery's charged. The body comes off really easy. Undo these wing nuts and it comes off. And there's nothing else really to see under here. The proof will be in the pudding on performance. I'm not happy. Tiny little battery tray, but you could easily move that over to here and get a longer battery in there. Why they didn't do that is beyond. No oil in the shocks. Well, I say no oil, there's probably a tiny bit. What's that, like 5 drops of oil? I'll go 6, I think, 600. It's relatively common for trucks to be shipped without oil in them. But yeah, just be aware there isn't any in there. So if you want better suspension, you're gonna have to put some oil in. I'm gonna go for 600, but you could probably go a bit lighter. So this is a cool little thing as well. You actually get a rechargeable lithium ion battery for your transmitter. No more double A's to have to find. Very nice. Oh look, there's a light in there. It does rattle around in there a bit though. Power switch is just under here. Is it a push button? Nice authentic coloured lights with the yellow rather than bright white. Steering. Not too bad. Bit slow if we got any more. No, that's the most angle we can get. Electronic control. Channel 4. There we go. That's what it means. 3 speeds is just an electronic control rather than mechanical in the gearbox. Got our turn signals there. Don't know why these are on. Should be reverse ones them, shouldn't they? Bit strange. Channel 3 just switches your lights on and off. And then turn signals on the front. Right, let's go for a run. Before we go for a run, actually, going back to the scale of it, should be 1/10 scale. Austin Powers is about 1/10 scale. So if you stand him next to it, you know, he looks, well, actually looks a little bit small, but there is no way he is getting in there. Captain Boomerang, who is in there driving, he's more of a 1/12 scale driver. So the interior, a little bit small for it, but the interior is probably more like a 1/11 scale. I don't know. But anyway, we got a driver, battery's charged. Let's go. Right then, let's give this thing a test. We are at my quarry. As you can see, it's a beautiful summer's day in the UK. It is June. There's lots of mud just over there. So as long as it survives this first kind of 10 minutes, we'll go and play in the mud for a bit. So low speed first, let's go. That's full throttle there. Not bad. Don't know what's going on with that wheel at the front there. Got a bit of play in that, unless it's loose. No, it's okay. Medium speed, and then fast. So not a crazy difference, but it just doesn't look right, does it? Unless that's just me looking at it, but it just, to me, it just looks, the wheels look like the wheels just look a bit, I don't know, the wheelbase is wrong. Anyway, see how it performs, shall we? So I put some fluid in the shocks. You can't get much fluid in, they're not the best shocks, but it has made a little bit of difference. It's a little bit softer now on the damping, but I think you could probably go a bit thicker on the oil. We'll put the looks aside now and we'll see how it performs. I mean, it crawls slow enough. It's not bad control from it. I don't know why they went for them open electronics and not a, whoa. Oh, top heavy. What was I saying? Why they didn't go for like a rebranded hobby wing or something? They're cheap enough. Seems a bit of a letdown, really. Oh, no power there. Nope. Not much power there from that little 540. Well, it's not little, is it? Come on. Should be able to get over here. Come on. Come on, you got this. Nope. So far, it's adequate. Wouldn't say it's anything special at the moment. Oh, my door's opened. Oh, come on. This is on, I've got it on high, the higher speed now, because it doesn't seem to, the lower speed just makes it go slower. Doesn't make it, oh. Maybe we should lock it. There we go. Right, come on. Oh my word. Right, let's give up on that bit. Right, so I mean, I don't think that was a problem with grip. It just didn't seem to, the steering's sluggish. It's top heavy. Just didn't like it. Bit of flex test. Seems to have a nice amount of flex. Should be able to do this bit no problem. As long as we get a tyre on there. Making difficult work of this, isn't it? Come on. Seems to be lacking in a little bit of torque, a little bit of power. We are on the fastest speed, look. Come on. Come on, that's an easy bit. It's even easier now. Pretty sure my SCX24 has got this. Alright, that was a better line, but nope. Not having it. It just stopped. It's just stopped working. Oh no. I've just tried another battery in it as well. And it's dead. Well, that is the end of that. And we wanted to go and play in the mud. Well, I actually briefly got it going for probably about 30 seconds. We went through that water there and it stopped again, and now it's not working. I fiddled about with the wires and got it going, but now it's dead again. So I couldn't get it to work. I've given it a good blow.
Die auch gesagt, Mann.
Michael. Michael.
With the compressor, and it's still, as you can see, battery's connected, it's switched on, and we have nothing. And it's not LVC, because that's a fresh battery, and if it was LVC, the steering should still work and it should still connect. So my recommendation for the MN999, give it a big dose of don't buy. If you want something in this price point that is a good crawler, you have got this FTX Outback 3, or if you're outside of the UK or Europe, you can get the RGT version, but it's exactly the same. Those are really good, and it's pretty much the same price as this. They also do like a Bronco style. But as for hard bodies, you're not going to get much at that price point, that's the problem. But there is better crawlers out there, and yes, they are a little bit more expensive. But I can't recommend this one. Well, it looks quite good now with the mud, doesn't it? It looks like it's been on a farm, but I can't recommend it. The hard body's not too bad. It's not quite scale, like I've mentioned. Just doesn't perform. It's not really got the power to do anything other than a bit of trailing, and then, yeah, it died. I'm just as disappointed as you are.